What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another double I kind of thing. I don't know if this is like a double I or not, but I think it's pretty much classified as it. So this is interesting because I did this same video last year, and I think this is more relevant of a video now than even last year because there's so many problems with the current MacBook keyboard that I feel like a lot of people might be looking for a substitute keyboard in the meantime. And I feel like the Magic Keyboard 2 is probably one of their prime examples. Maybe, I don't know, maybe that's a stretch. But I had to make this video and I had to make an intro, so that's the best I got, alright? So the Magic Keyboard 2, I don't know if this is the second one or what, because as far as I know, I think they made another one a long time ago, but I really don't even know. The specific one that I'm talking about came out in 2015, and actually October, so it didn't come out in Apple's September event. It came out a couple weeks later, which is usually what they do. They did the same thing, I think last year or the year before, and it came out the same time as the Magic Mouse 2 and the Magic Trackpad 2, and I own all of those, so I'll also do separate videos on those. That's the same thing I did last year. And I actually bought this Magic Keyboard in 2017, and I've been using the same exact one ever since then. And I'll tell you like this, my opinion on it is it's the best Bluetooth keyboard that I've ever used in my life, okay? And I've owned two ones before this. So I owned like a $20 Amazon one I just bought on Amazon. Then I bought like a $30 one on Amazon, and that was like the same exact thing, almost just like it was supposed to be higher spec or whatever, like better quality. And both of those ended up dying within probably, I would say, like 6 to 7 months. The keys started falling out. They weren't the best quality. I liked some of them because their keyboard shortcuts were pretty neat. Like I could do certain things that I couldn't necessarily do on the newer keyboards or whatever. But I'll definitely say for the reliability of it, the Magic Keyboard has been with me for at least like almost 2 years now. And it's solid. I don't feel like it's about to break. I don't feel like it's about to do anything. It's such an interesting concept too, because you would think like it's just a keyboard, like it's a Bluetooth keyboard, it's no big deal. But you never really understand how like easy and just the ease of use it is to just take your charger that you're plugging into your iPhone and plug that straight into your Magic Keyboard and then plug it straight into your AirPods and just use one cable for everything. And I feel like eventually with USB Type-C, that's going to be my whole entire life. But just that ease of use is just amazing. And I love that about the Magic Keyboard. With my other Bluetooth keyboards, I had to take a micro USB port and plug it into every single freaking one. And it was just so annoying because sometimes I would lose the chargers because I don't have an Android or anything. I use an iPhone. So I'd have to go source and find my own micro USB and plug it in whatever. So just the ease of use for the Magic Keyboard is awesome. I just simply take it out. I just click the spacebar, it connects in like 1 second and I'm done. No turning it off on, it just does it automatically. And I love how my MacBook actually tells me if the Magic Keyboard's battery is low, that way I can charge it. And speaking about the battery, this thing probably, I would say in between charges, this thing probably lasts me a month. It's not like I use it every day anymore, but I probably use it maybe like 3 days, 4 days out of the week. And the battery has lasted me at least like a month or like a month and a half between charges. Like every time I get that notification, like, hey, you need to charge it, I honestly forget. Like I don't even remember the last time I charged it before. Which is insane because before on my Bluetooth keyboards, it was probably like once a week I had to charge it, but this one is a much better. So the battery life is one of those things I just want to check mark right off the box. It is a very solid keyboard in terms of battery life. And I think one of the main things and one of the main points I want to hit on is that this keyboard, in terms of the keys, it feels like it sits somewhere between the butterfly keyboards and the actual, like my MacBook 2015 keyboards, pre-butterfly keyboards. So at first I was kind of scared because I thought they were actual butterfly keyboards, but it actually isn't. Apparently, from as far as I know, it just doesn't feel as slim and it has a little bit of travel to it. So I'll definitely say these are a little bit better than the ones I've seen on the MacBook Retinas, the new ones. And like I said, those MacBook keyboards have problems, but this one doesn't. So I've never had a single problem with these in terms of me hitting the buttons or whatever. All the keys register as soon as I hit it. I will say though, the only slight issue I've ever had, and this happens maybe like once a month and it's very rare, I just have to turn off my keyboard and turn it back on. The thing is that sometimes I feel like the keys kind of like get shifted around software wise. And I haven't had this problem on macOS Mojave, but I've had this problem before. And pretty much what it is like the keyboard would connect to my MacBook or whatever, and I would hit the space bar and it would accidentally hit like something else. And then I would like turn up the volume and then something else would happen. But the A, B, C, D, all those keys, the QWERTY keys would work. But when I would try to hit the function buttons or like the space bar, some weird things, it would like register other buttons that were to hit the screen or something. Like it's just a weird thing. That's like the best way I can explain it. It's really not that big of a deal. Like I said, I can just simply just turn off the keyboard and turn it back on. But that is one slight little tiny thing. So if you're kind of scared of that, just know it's not that big of a deal. It's a software issue. You can easily fix it by just turning it off and turning it back on. But really, that's the only problem I've ever had, and really the only complaint there's really nothing else that speaks to me like this is a horrible keyboard, this is worst thing ever. This is that. No, it feels very premium. Maybe like it feels a little bit too light. It feels premium, but it just feels like it should be. Like I could easily snap it in one hand if I needed to. But my other keyboards felt the exact same way, so that's kind of an interesting concept as well. And to kind of sum up this video, what I'll definitely say is this is a very solid keyboard. If you're wanting something to add it to your collection, or your current MacBook keyboards are failing and you want to have something else in the meantime, this thing, I believe it costs somewhere like around $100 at Best Buy or even the Apple Store. I will say if you can get it on eBay used, I would probably recommend that. But even $120 or whatever for this keyboard is kind of a lot. But just know that if you buy this thing now, you probably will not have to update your keyboard for a long time until this one breaks. And mine's been going on for 2 years. I've dropped it, I've spilled stuff on it, I've dropped so many phones on it, and it still functions perfectly fine. I have no problems with it at all. So if you're in the market for a Magic Keyboard, I would highly recommend it. I really have no complaints besides that one little software issue I've had. So if you're living in 2019 and you're wanting a Bluetooth keyboard still, this is your option, bro. You will not regret it. I'll leave a link in the description for the cheapest Magic Keyboard that I'll find. It's probably going to be like $120, but if you want to purchase it straight from Amazon, I'll leave a link in the description. Every single sale that goes through that link, a little bit of that revenue actually comes back to the channel, and we can do more videos like this and more giveaways and more comparisons. So it means so much if you guys could buy things through those links. But that is pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it'll mean so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate it if you guys could check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.